Right. Hello everyone. Today we have a slightly different video because I have decided to be helpful and compile a guide on how to identify bots in Marvel Rivals. So yeah, for those who don't know, yes, there are bots in this game. Even when you pick, even when you pick to fight against human players, sometimes you'll get bots. Yes, that's the sad truth. Unfortunately, that does happen. The game likes to throw you these bot lobbies so that you can get easy wins and feel better about yourself. Um, it's unfortunate. Sometimes it is fun to clear a whole lobby out of bots in like 10 seconds, but it also does suck that it does that. Because after all, we want to fight human players and not bots, right? So today I'm gonna show you how to identify these bots easily so that the next time you're having a really good game, you'll be able to tell whether you're cooking bots or human players. Right? Let's get started. All right. So, as someone who shares an account with 3 other people, we have amassed quite a lot of playtime in Marvel Rivals, and we have all noticed the patterns that the bots tend to follow. That will help you easily identify them. So, let's get a freeze frame here. This is all it takes for me to realize that I've landed in a bot lobby. How? Well, let's look at the nameplates of the enemy team. As you can see, all the players in the opposing team have these character nameplates. These nameplates are very rarely seen in among normal players because most people just don't have them. These nameplates cost like 400 units and they're not visible in the store. You actually have to go to the nameplate changer to even discover these things. So a very small percentage of players actually do have these nameplates. So whenever I see one of those character nameplates, uh, I'm already suspicious because wait, is this a bot? Bots usually do have these nameplates, players don't. So yeah, that's the first thing that leads you to believe that someone is a bot. Bots do have skin nameplates sometimes, but mostly they will have these character nameplates. All right. Now, another thing that will help you identify bots is that they always have very low character levels. As you can see, everyone on the enemy team has 2, 5, 4, 5. I've never seen a bot who had a level above 5, so I'm pretty sure that's the cap. Let's just don't reach above level 5. They always do have these very low levels. So yeah, if you look at our team, you'll notice that there are 2 bots on our team. We got four human players, 2 bots, and then the other team is just pure bots. Because our guys here do have relatively high account levels. We got 90 from yours truly. We got 31. Yeah, this guy actually does have the character nameplate, which could raise your suspicions, but level 31 excludes him from being a bot. Bots will never have such high account levels, ever. Ashnarok, also a human player, as you can see, level 75, and we got a skin nameplate, which is very typical for human players. They usually just use skins nameplate because why would you buy a separate nameplate for a character when you can just get a nameplate with skin, right? And Shady Ganley, actually this is a nameplate that not many people have, but level 54, like I said, excludes him from being a bot. All right. And another thing about that helps you identify bots are just their names. It does seem like bots have a very specific style of names. So if you look at the names of the bots in the enemy team, we got something like Wild Jack, Aracel V, Sam Stu, whatever. The bot names usually just don't mean anything or like aren't references to anything. Now, this can't be you can't use this as the only way to identify bots because uh, players on our team, Asfar or Ashnarok or Shady Ganley, I could believe, like, I could imagine seeing bots have these kinds of names. They are, unfortunately for those players, these are pretty bot-like names because like there are just names that don't really mean anything. Like what does Wild Jack mean? What does Some Stew mean? Nothing. It's just a random name. So bots will usually have these kinds of names. If you see a player whose name is like, I don't know, Sweaty Balls or Stinky Ass or something like that, then that's absolutely a human player. Bots will never have names that like reference something or mean something. Like, over time, we just learn to notice these names. So, yeah, it's in our criterion. Knowing all this, you'll be able to identify bot games instantly. Just open up the nameplates as a game is starting, and yeah, you'll be able to identify bots. But I'm gonna go into some more details because, like I said, I've noticed many more patterns with bots that will help you identify them in game if you maybe forgot to open all the nameplates. Alright, so let's go into some more things that will help you identify bots. For one, they will never have skins. Bots just do not have skins. If you see a player with a skin, you can be certain it's a player. Bots will always have the base skin. Always. Every time. And I am absolutely certain of that. And they will not have any Lord icons either. So if you see someone with a Lord icon, it's a player. And overall, any sort of proficiency rewards. If you see a player kill you and have the KO effect on the right side, you can be sure that it's a human player as well. But we just not have any sort of skins or proficiency rewards or literally anything. They just have the base skins and base icons. So yeah, that's another way you can identify them. And also, obviously, you can identify bots by the way they behave. So I put in some gameplay over here for you guys. I'm not the best player in the game, so I still died a few times to those bots because I kind of just rushed in thinking I could take them all on on my own. Didn't work. But anyway, if you look closely, you'll see that the bots just kind of run around randomly. Like they are made to have you just kill them. They are made they are designed to lose to human players. They just kind of run around. They have really weird camera movements. If you look at a bot's kill cam from when it killed someone, you'll see that the camera movements are always just kind of weird and like they look at kind of snapping to different directions. So that's another thing that bots do. And yeah, like I said, they just really love to use their abilities frantically for no reason, uh, just just to pop them. Yeah. So if you see someone just randomly using their abilities, they could be a player, of course, because there are players kind of like new to the game or new to games in general and don't really know how to play yet and might do that kind of stuff. But the difference is that players will sometimes. Okay, hold on. Look at this clip that we've got right now. See, look at that. That Wanda just kind of shot at the wall over there for no reason, and she just completely missed that other ability. Well, it's still nice to kill you because there are a few bots there, but you see what I mean. It's going to be another good example here when I'm fighting the Captain America bot. It was somewhere around here, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, see that Ultron was just completely facing his, not facing the enemies that were shooting him. Look at this Captain America. Look at him. He's just punching the air, and he's not looking at the guy shooting him at all. Look at that. See? Of course, there could potentially be human players that do that because, like I said, not everyone's good to get. Oh, look at that Wanda ult. See? Most players wouldn't use their ult in a situation like that because it just gets them killed. So, yeah. Anyway, like I said, they could potentially be humans. You can't judge bots like purely on their behavior. I mean, you kinda can. It's very rarely happens that a player is so bad that you can confuse them for a bot. It very, very rarely happens. Like there are bad players, sure, but bots just behave so like erratically that I feel like you'll be able to spot them easily after a few bot games, right? Another thing that bots do that I forgot to mention earlier, bots will always have a 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and 2 healers team composition. Always. I've never seen a bot game where they had it differently. So if your team insta-locks all DPS, you can be sure they're people. Bots will always have a 2-2-2 composition. They will switch characters, but never classes. That's a thing that I'll show you at the end of this match. Bots will swap characters, but not classes, meaning that if a bot is playing a DPS character, they'll only play DPS characters. If a bot's playing a healer, they'll only play healers. They do switch characters a lot, actually. They do. That is another thing that bots do. They do like to switch characters a lot, but never classes. Show this on the scoreboard now. So this footage is pre-recorded. I'm just talking over it. But yeah, as you can see, come on, past me, show it. Oh, as you can see, they have changed characters a bit, but every bot has only played characters of a given class. So yeah, they will never switch classes, like I've said. Okay, now another thing, bots will not allow you to access their profile. So I came in here, tried to remember some of the bot names. Luckily, I have a good memory, so I was able to remember them. See, one of those bots, looked it up, couldn't find it. I looked up one of the other ones and didn't find it either. So yeah, the bots will not allow you to access their profile, as I've said. And also, if you look, I looked into the recent players where I was able to find the bot that I played with, but they still didn't let me access their profile. So hold up a second. There you go. See, those are the bots that I had just played with, and we try to view their career. They will obviously not let you. Now I know that human players can restrict access to their career. Obviously, if you, I don't know, if you're ashamed of your stats or something, you can do that, but bots will do it every time. Humans only occasionally. So yeah, that's that. Now, there's also one more thing about bots, which I didn't believe when I first heard it. My sister told me about it, that she heard somewhere that bots can take the names of players who are offline. And I don't have footage of that, but I tried to see how legit that was because I saw a bot. I was playing a game and I saw a bot going by the name of Stinky. And it kind of looked weird to me because I could totally see someone using the name Stinky. Like, come on. That sounds like something sounds like a name Jacksepticeye would give himself if he was playing this game. So I did look up a player with the username Stinky, and it is in fact a real player with like level 30 and skins and some playtime. You can access their career profile. So it is actually a real player. But in the game that I met him in, uh, it was clearly a bot that had taken his name and used it. So it does actually happen. Like I said, usually bots just have these very specific names, like I said, that don't really mean anything. But it does happen occasionally that they do take someone else's name. So if someone sees a Pimperson bot out there, you'll know that it's not me. Okay, if you see a player with the name Pimperson with a nameplate of, I don't know, Black Panther and level 1, that's not me. All right. But yeah, this has only happened to me once. Or at least I've only tried to look up the player's name once, because that was the only time where a bot had a name that just didn't sound botty enough to me. But yeah, it does happen, which kind of sucks. I I don't like the thought of people playing with bots who are taking my name and bringing shame to me. Bringing shame. I'm joking, obviously, but still, it's kind of stupid that people that the developers would do this. Like, if you're putting bots in your game, just give them those bot names which I've shown you earlier, and don't steal names from actual players. Like, come on, it's not nice. All right, now bots will appear in Doom Match as well. You can have full bot lobbies in Doom Match. I mean, I don't think I've ever had like a full bot lobby. It's always been mm, like partial bot lobbies. So it usually you'll have like 5 bots in a lobby or like 6 or so. You can have more, but I've never had more than 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 bots in a single Doom match lobby. There's always at least 2 other human players in my experience. So yeah, as you can see, we do have 4 bots in this lobby, so that's not that many, but still kind of stupid. And bots in Doom Match are, well, for the most part, they work the same way as in a quick match, but there are also some differences that you can spot out. So first of all, bots on Doom Match love playing as tanks. If you see someone with a base skin playing as a tank in a Doom match, you can be almost certainly sure it's a bot, because most people who play tanks on Doom match are just people who are extremely good with those tanks and just know how to take out DPS characters. If you just see a tank who doesn't know what the hell they're doing, it's almost certainly a bot. All right, so looking at the gameplay here, you just saw me fighting that Spider-Man briefly. And that Spider-Man was clearly a player, because not only does he have a skin, but also he ran away from the battle quickly, as any Spider-Man player would. A bot would not do that. Like I said, bots just kind of move around randomly. They don't really run away from fights or employ any sort of like survival tactic. They just kind of run around and do whatever the hell. So yeah, that quick escape from the Spider-Man already tells you that it was a player. Also, I apologize in advance for the bad gameplay. I haven't played Iron Fist in so long, so I kinda embarrass myself with this footage. But I know, whatever. It's not a ranked game, so who cares? So you can see 2 different Spider-Man here. I initially thought that this Spider-Man without the skin could be a bot, but then I looked closely into what he was doing, like, see that? A bot would not make an escape like that. So then I at that point I knew that he had to be a player. Even though his username Headphone is a very bot-like name. So like I said, you can't always judge and judge a player's authenticity by one of these criteria alone. So it's why I'm giving you multiple things to go off of so that you have some uh, different criteria that you can look for, different boxes you can tick. And if you get more than one, you'll likely have encountered a bot game. Yeah. Okay, you can. This is clearly a bot. This type of mm, this type of players, like I said, who just pick a tank, are absolutely bots. Most commonly, they go with Thor uh, or uh, or Groot or the Thing. That's that's very common of them to do. Uh, Now, I actually really believe that Cap over there was a bot because he's a tank and he's got a low account level, but he's actually not, which kind of surprised me. He's actually just a new player because, well, I probably showed it, skip ahead through the footage a little, but there's one more thing I want to show you in this clip, which is somewhere around, oh, right here. As you can see, the person Rule of Anarchy called someone a rodent. That's obviously a person. Bots will never write messages in the chat. So if someone is trash talking you after a game, you can be sure that it's a living, breathing human being. All right, now I play on the PlayStation version of the game. So I have one more really nice. I have noticed one more really nice way of telling if someone is a bot or not, and that's if they're playing on the PlayStation platform. Bots on PlayStation will always be listed as playing on Xbox. Always. Every single time. I'm gonna skip ahead through the footage because I don't want to show you my cringe gameplay where I just make a fool of myself anymore. So we're gonna skip ahead to the end results. So yeah, I know this is just this is the footage from the previous game because I just realized that I actually haven't recorded the end results screen from the other game, but this one works. Uh, as you can see, we do have 4 players from Xbox and 2 from PlayStation. If you see a PlayStation player, you can immediately know that it's a human being because uh, their PSN ID will always be displayed underneath their rival's username. And since bots aren't real beings with actual PSN accounts, they can't be listed as playing on PlayStation because then they'd have to be linked to a PSN account that you could potentially view. So that's why they'll always be listed as Xbox players because you can't view the profiles of Xbox players. I don't know how it works on Xbox. Maybe it's the other way around. I'd love if someone told me because I don't have an Xbox and I don't know anyone who plays Marvel Rivals on Xbox. So I can imagine it could maybe be the other way around. But that doesn't mean that all Xbox players are bots. As you can see, Ashnarok and Asfar or whatever, these two are clearly humans because they have skins. So, like I said, multiple criteria, multiple ways to tell if someone is a bot. Yeah, I guess that'd be it for the video. I don't know how this looks like on the PC version. Uh, I'm pretty sure all of the criteria that I've named before still apply, but you can't use the PlayStation account uh, way of spotting bots, unfortunately. But the other things that I've mentioned should still be enough uh, to make it easy for you to identify bots. So yeah, hopefully this helps someone because I know that there are still people who don't know how to identify bot games. And these are just my observations. This is stuff that I've noticed that the bots do over just playing the game for a long time. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helped, and I'll see you whenever I see you.